Hi there, this is Isa Kirk with the weekly update on what to expect from the Almanac Wisdom, what this week holds for us this week. So this is November 22nd, Monday, starting with Monday. Whoops. That was intended. This is my pocket calendar. And through 28th. This week, of course, holds Thanksgiving Day, so this is an important day. And there's a few things to consider this week, especially for people that have some physical troubles to contend with. It starts with Cancer, which is a water day, and governs the chest and the stomach and the liver. From the physical standpoint, every sign governs another body part. Going Wednesday, Thursday, Friday into Leo, which is a fire day, governing the heart, back, and circulation. And then ending with going into Virgo, which governs the digestive tract and nervous system. So the important part about this with Turkey Day coming up, that anyone who has any kind of trouble with their internal organs, from the chest, through the digestive system, through the heart, and the lungs also a little bit, liver and pancreas and all these, you have to be careful with what you're putting into your body this week, because whatever you do good for those organs will be double beneficial, and whatever you do bad for those organs will be double bad, and you'll feel it worse than ever. So consider that. So water days are usually damp, or they feel damper than other days. It doesn't mean that there has to be rain or snow, but they feel damper than they should, and our body craves carbohydrates on those days to balance the energy that gets lost in the weather. Now, fire days, when the heart is governing the heart, so it's a day where we need to pay attention to our emotions, to our heart as a physical organ, but also as a heart as our emotional balance organ and emotional response. We're craving protein on those days, so that fits right in with Turkey Day. And Virgo is actually an earth day, so it feels cool. We're craving salt. It governs our digestive tract. So that's just when you're going to feel it if you really indulge too much during Thanksgiving dinner and didn't get enough out to walk it off a little bit. This week is since we just had the lunar eclipse and the full moon, of course, it's the waning moon, the moon getting smaller towards new moon. So we're usually more active in those days than in the waxing moon. Earth takes in, and we're giving. So Earth takes in nutrients and moisture and energy, and people and animals are exuding their energy. So it's good and wise to walk it off a little bit, to go a little bit out and enjoy nature a little bit. Now, Leo days in particular aren't holding any kind of exciting news on those days. The Leo doesn't offer itself to anything much other than maybe cutting your hair, because it's grown better afterwards. Virgo days, on the other hand, are the most active days of the whole zodiac. Those are the work days of the zodiac. So it lends itself to all sorts of activities out in the garden and repotting and painting and fertilizing, and also transplanting, although it's a little late in the year for these kind of things. So the week can be good if you just pay attention to your health a little bit in this week, and not just because there's a festival, but because this entire week governs the internal organs, and so it's a bit important to pay attention to that. I have one thing to say about last week. since in my calendar, I put the full moon into Gemini, and everywhere else it was called a Taurus full moon. And here's the thing, it was in the transition. A full moon, of course, was at 2 a.m., which could have been Gemini, but when you look at the VOC, the void of course time is from 1:57 to 7:33, that's when the moon really transitioned into Gemini, and that was 7:30 in the morning. So that's why everybody said Taurus was the governing for the full moon, because the full moon actually was full while still being governed by Taurus. I just wanted to let you that know, and in the coming years when I write those calendars, I'll pay closer attention to those void of course times, as they can vary from one calendar writer to another, and I'll pay attention to that. I just wanted to let you know that the signs overlap each other for about 12 hours anyway, is the influence of the signs, so it's not really that critical. So let's see here what the signs also mean, since we have a little bit of time that I can talk about what the signs are meaning and governing. And this is here my wall calendar that I'm just going to put in here a little bit. So Cancer governs the element of water, the color blue, body part, chest, lungs, stomach, liver, and gallbladder, and the nervous system. The day qualities are usually damp, and the energy, the emotional energy, is depth, weight, restless, inner more colorful than outer. So the inner world, the dreaming world, the visualization can be far more colorful than it looks like on the outside. The more we go within, the more we find out about ourselves, and the more we can color our outside from the inside out. This is really important. We influence our days from how we approach them. So Leo, the element of fire, color red, body is heart, back, diaphragm, circulation, arteries, and sensory organs. So the day quality is warm, and the energetic feeling is that I find determination, and it feels limitless, and we're taking more risks than on other days, and heartfelt actions. So anything that feels right, that feels good to you, take your risks and go out there and follow your passions. It's really important. We can only be good at anything that we follow our passion, and we're never good at something that we do half-hearted. And life is too short to waste our time with half-hearted stuff. So the Virgo days are element earth, of course. Color green embodies that. The body parts are digestive tract, nerves, spleen, pancreas, again, and blood circulation. So the day qualities are usually felt as cool. The mind is logical, small and hesitant, methodical, and investigate first. So we are more cautious with our experimentations. We think about it first. Those are always good days to figure out something before we start a project. Go online and do some investigation. That lends itself in those days. And Virgo days are usually the work days, so everything, if you have plans for doing something or for cleaning something up, something major, Virgo days lend themselves really greatly to those things. Let's see here. There's symbols in front of those signs too. So the water days are usually the best days to water your houseplants because the energy is in the leaves, and the roots take the water really well. The better days yet to water plants, depending if the root system is very sensitive, are the earth days, which govern the roots. So if the energy is in the part that you put attention to, then that takes it better. for the same reason, fire days and air days are the worst days to water your plants, because the energy is simply not in the roots, and they tend to mold far easier when watered on those days. So watering your plants every 8-10 days whenever the signs change, and either you follow the earth days or you follow the water days, and I can guarantee you your house plants and your garden plants will thank you for it, by not having any issues with pests and any kind of diseases. There are good days for transplanting flowers and trees. If anyone is still in the mood of pruning anything outside, the best pruning day of the month is always the new moon, because it encourages the health of a plant. The worst pruning day, if you want to kill a plant, you do it on a full moon. Don't ever prune anything on a full moon if you want it to survive. If you want to dig it out on a full moon, it'll definitely kill the roots and you're done with the plant. So that's something to say about that. So I think that's about it for this week. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and celebrate and have fun, and take care of your body and your loved ones, and enjoy your family. We are taking in not just nutrients, but we're taking in emotions, and they affect us just as much as anything else that is physical. So avoiding any kind of stress and anger and is just as important as paying attention to what you put into your body. And we'll see you next week.